Hi everyone, today we got an update 2022.8.2 and I'm going to do an overview of it all, and I'm going to actually put it in sections for you so that we'll break it down, so that if you want to look at a particular feature that we're looking at, we'll go ahead with that. Also, if you stay tuned towards the end, I'll be giving you some tips and tricks that have come out with this update, so stay tuned for that one. But without further ado, let's see what we got in the release notes and see what it's all about, how good it is, and if it's any use. And we're going to look at it right now.
Mal's back talking Tesla. To see the enhancements made to my Tesla and how to update yours, please subscribe to the channel, and you can message me with suggestions or for help.
Before we get into the update, let me give you a warning. And the warning is, if you're in America, Canada or Puerto Rico and you've been using your boombox to play your music while driving or your effects while driving, 8.2 will kill it. So whether it's the first time you've done an update or you've done it before, there's two ways that you actually get to your release notes. And the first way is very simply, you just use the actual voice and you say to the voice, open release notes, and as you see, they appear. There's a slight time delay, but they are here. And if you go and you don't do the voice, you can do it the old-fashioned way. So let's clear it from the screen. What you do is you go to quick controls by pressing the car icon here. You go to the software button down the bottom, right down the bottom there. You slide up and you see it says release notes, and you have release notes. While waiting, there you go, and they will come up. And what we can see from the release notes straight away is we got four things that we got, okay? And they are, number one, charge time estimation. 2 is vehicle preconditioning. 3 is active phone calls, and 4 is language support for Czech. Wow, so that's good too. So there we go, let's dive right into it. So the first one is charging time estimations, and this also has charging improvements as well. So they've added two things with it. So what does it say for the actual notes? It says charging time estimation. Estimated charge times are now accurate to taking the current battery pack temperature into account when a vehicle is connected to a supercharger or a third party. So this is only fast charging or superchargers. It won't affect regular charging, but what they're doing is they're taking into effect the temperature of the battery. That will actually make some sort of effect on the range and how long it'll take and that. So that's great. You can see that, and that now is in the notes. Good time to tell you, if it's your first time or any time, hit that subscribe button now. Do that, the like and the share, and that's your done. And that will improve the channel and make it better for you, to give you more time, go to more people. Thank you. Right, let's get on. The biggest one is the second one. And the second one is we've been waiting for a long time for it, because the problem is, when you precondition, not the battery now, we're talking about the temperature of the inside of the car from your app. What you would do is you set it up and you want it to cool down or warm up or whatever. You go start loading your stuff in the car by opening the door. As you close the door, boom, it goes off. Not anymore. So what they're saying is this: vehicle preconditioning, climate control improvements. Vehicle preconditioning access via the Tesla app will now remain active for 30 minutes. Great. So it's going to be on for 30 minutes, and after the door is opened, making it easy to load your vehicle with stuff and whatever you need to do, and you won't have to worry that it's going to go off. Great. So that's something we really wanted. Number 3. Okay, so this is number 3 of the update, and I can show you this working. So this is how it works. So it's activate phone calls using interface improvements. And what it says is you can now hide your phone call card, allowing you to see the next turn when the navigation turn list is covered tap the phone icon on the status bar by showing it again. So basically it's here. So you bring it down and immediately you've got a new thing here. Do you see a little phone thing? So it's disappeared from here, so you can have your indicators going, and if you reinstate it, it puts it back. So that's really cool now. And the only way you can do this is if you're using your phone and then someone's called you or you're calling out, and let's stop the indicator working. So you just slide down with this and then there it is up there, which is a great addition. Another interesting thing is HomeLink also appears up here now, and therefore you can access it, and then it would open up everything. Obviously that one's not here at the moment, I'm over here, because you can still press it though. Let's see if we can turn that off. Okay, we got the idea. Thank you very much. So once you lose it from here, it'll appear up there, which is quite useful too. So that's good. And I will tell you a few other things in the bits at the end, so stay tuned at the end and there'll be a few more things that you'll learn. Right, let's go for this. The new language support, and we'll get Alexa to say welcome to all the Czech viewers and watchers.
Ahoj, jak jste vítáni na mém kanálu.
Thank you so much for joining us. Right, it says user interface improvements for language support. Your touchscreen is now available in Czech. To switch your language settings, you tap controls, display, touchscreen and language. So all we do is we go to controls, the little car, we go to display, and here we have touchscreen language. Now as soon as you click on it, you need to zip it to the bottom, because it goes off very quickly, so you don't get long to do it. Right, keep it there. If I hold it up, you can see it. It's just on the bottom, right down there after Swedish. So there you go. That is it. Now,
Did you know this?
so we got a few things that this update has got that they haven't told you about. Firstly, they have fixed a real problem that was happening when you reversed. What was happening when you put your reverse on, like so, instead of it coming in instant like it does now because it's fixed, it was lagging. So it was stopping, and then suddenly you'll be getting a sort of effect. And what that could mean is, as you were reversing, you would think you're coming to a place, you had plenty of space, you wouldn't realise it had changed, and then bang. So that's been fixed. So great, now you haven't got to worry about that anymore. Second, they have now added into the software a code that is going to allow for a future update that all the settings are going to be sent to the cloud for your chair. So for instance, if we look now at the moment, I particularly like, let me stop this for a minute because you can't see the actual chair settings or the wheel settings when you're parked. That's the only time you can see it. So here we hit this, and at the moment for my drive, I particularly like this to happen. So if we hit me, it brings my seat forward, lifts the steering wheel, and I'm in the right driving position. So you'll go to your app and it'll instantly know that when you go to this loan car or your friend's car and you tap in, all your settings will be ready and you can just drive the car away. Great. So it'll save you, like, I don't know, setting, you know, it's the worst thing. And you get in a strange car, you're forever more setting this back and up and down, and is this going to move this way, or is it going to move that way, or is the wheel right, or the mirrors right? You won't have to worry with any of that. You just be done. So those are the two things that are going to help you that are in this update. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a lot of interest for me, as a new update is always good and it's nice. And I know people are going to say, I haven't received mine yet. Oh, why haven't I received it? It all depends on your location. At the moment, there are about 4,000 of this update has been gone already, and I got mine late. Last time, I was one of the first to get it. It doesn't give us a reason why, but it is. And then of course they were releasing some and everybody was getting these new ones, and then I didn't get it, but then I got the 8.2. So I'm afraid if you haven't got it yet, it doesn't matter, you will get something of it. So therefore, even if it's the next generation update, you will still get parts of this that help you, whether it's a bug fix or whatever it is. This is a major one, because you can tell that because it's 8 and the other one was 5, and it's not an increment, so it's an actual change, and that's why we got these other features. 4, very good, love it. Good tip for you: if you keep your tires up to the right pressure or a little bit more, it makes the tire less vulnerable to getting nails in there. When I went to for a tire company, and you'll be able to see that on the, if you have flat tires and that, I've got a video which I shall put at the end for you to show you these little tips that I learned. But one of them is make sure your tires, let's stop this clicking. One of the best benefits is pump your tires up so it's at tire pressure and a bit more, and then you can't put a nail in it very easily, and that way you won't get a nail in. The only time you get a nail is if it drops below pressure. The tire around it becomes soft, and then things can enter, and that becomes a problem. So there you are. Well, I hope this has been very helpful to you, and I shall make these videos every week. So if you look out for my video, I've got about 100 and whoa, over 120 now, I think. So there will be videos on anything you need to know about. I'm trying to bring out and obviously help you, and I hope this has been helpful to you. And if it has, hit that like, share and subscribe. That will be brilliant, because that will actually tell YouTube that I'm actually going on there. I've got a nice product coming soon. At the moment I have a swivel bracket that only goes one way, left and right, and it's a pain when it gets sunshine and you're watching Netflix charging. I have a little blind that I use, but it would be nice if I could tilt the screen down. So I've organised with Hanshow to, I've bought it, they haven't given it to me. None of these companies give you anything. I wish they did, but there is something they're going to do for me, and I will tell you more about that another time, which would be great, because if that happens and I can get that amount and it works, then we all gain. I get the product, you get to know about it, and there could be more products. So that will be well handy for us to actually get us involved, but that'll be good. So that video will be coming up as soon as it arrives in the post. I'm looking probably from China. It will probably be about 3 or 4 weeks maybe before I get it. So as soon as it comes in, I'll be whipping the old one out, and then I will have a bracket, which means I will probably give it away, because I don't need that bracket anymore. I don't need 2, so I may give the other one away like I did with my memory sticks. And thank you to Chris, Drone Dad, who now got his memory stick. Well done, Chris. I'm glad you got that. You've got all the shows, and he's an excellent creator. Brilliant. I gave him a request for Barnaby Jones. He did it. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate it, and I'm glad you got the memory stick. And it took to get to the USA probably about 7 days. Was really impressed. Really good with the post that time, so that was good. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this as I have making it. I will look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, I will be seeing you.
Thanks for watching Mal's Back Talking Tesla, and don't forget to subscribe. It's free.